This is the role play that we have agreed and I prepared. Here I wanted to talk about the battery charger unit, right? With 12 slots, every slot with one battery, right? Or the one battery charger,
Yeah.
supposedly giving you a price and everything. So this is what we're gonna role play today. Okay, after we finish this, David, then we talk about the things we could change or different ideas or just whatever you think about this role play scenario. Okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. And I'm Mr. Lee, and you are still David.
All right. I'm myself. Okay. So should I just jump right into it?
Right on. Yes, we jump right into it.
Okay. So this is like a conversation between two people, I guess. So I'll just start. So good morning, Mr. Lee. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. My name is David, and I represent David Canada Co. Ltd. We're looking for a reliable supplier for 12-slot charging stations and would like to discuss pricing, payment terms, and potential collaboration opportunities.
Good morning, David. Thank you for reaching out. I would be happy to explore how we can work together. Could you share more details about your requirements?
Certainly, we are sourcing high quality charging stations that offer durability and efficiency. Before discussing volumes, I'd like to understand your pricing structure.
Okay, of course. Our standard price is 99 per unit for orders of at least 10 pieces or more.
Okay, so thank you for the clarification. While $99 per unit is a good reference, we're looking for a more competitive rate. Considering the scale of our potential orders, what level of flexibility do you have on pricing?
Our pricing reflects the cost of production, raw materials, and logistics. Any adjustments would depend on the volume and payment terms that we agree.
Understood. So let's assume we proceed with a significant order. What would be your best price?
We will need to understand the specifics of your order before reviewing the pricing further, I think.
For example, if we move forward with 1,000 units, what price could you offer?
For an order of that size, we could offer 85 dollars per unit.
Hmm. That's a step in the right direction, but given the economies of scale and our commitment to future orders, we were expecting a rate closer to $78 per unit.
Wow, 78. That would be require some adjustments, particularly in payment terms, our production.
Okay. Well, to make this viable for both sides, we propose the following payment structure. So, 20% upfront to place the order, 20% upon receiving the bill of lading, copy, 50% upon arrival at our warehouse, secured by a letter of credit, and 10% upon final instruction, also secured by a letter of credit. Um, we think this ensures financial security for you while allowing us to manage logistics efficiently.
So, you mean 60% total will be secured by the LC, right?
Yes. Yeah, 50% upon arrival and then 10% after the final inspection.
Typically, we require 30% upfront and full payment before delivery. Delaying 50% of the payment until arrival could create cash flow constraints in our company.
Yeah, we understand your concern, which is why we're willing to provide a letter of credit to guarantee payment while allowing us the flexibility in managing cash flow.
Yeah, but the letter of credit is not the money, and actually, we need the money. If a letter of credit is in place, maybe we can agree to lower it to 78 per unit under these payment terms, but I think it's going to be a little difficult for us to agree on it.
Yeah, um, I understand. I understand your situation, but also consider that we are interested in establishing a long-term partnership. If we commit to ordering 1,000 units, not just once, but per quarter, could we discuss further pricing adjustments?
Okay. If we can align production planning accordingly, we could offer $76 per unit starting from the second order. I means like the first one should stay at the first at the price stated before.
Okay. Well, That sounds fair. Let's proceed with $78 per unit, and we'll work towards a structured long-term agreement in the future.
Okay, well, then to summarize, then we will proceed with 1,000 charging stations, 12 slots at $78 per unit for the first order. And then we'll review it again on the second one. The payment terms will be 20% upfront to place the order, 20% against the BL copy, 50% upon arrival at your warehouse, secured by an LC, and 10% upon final inspection, also secured by an LC from your side. Future orders of the 1,000 units per quarter will be at a price of $76 per unit.
Okay, that works for us. So I think we can move forward and finalize the contract.
Great. I'll send over the agreement for you to review it. I'm looking forward to working together, David.
Likewise, Mr. Lee, and thank you for your time.
Okay, David. So this is it. Basically, this is we close this. There is no need for more. Well, actually, there is more talking, but the other talking is friendly talking, just getting to know each other, and personal talking in informal manner, or with a supplier. But when you're talking about business, basically this is going to be, or this is something like the conversation you will have with a supplier. Now, I would like to hear your comments.
Okay. Let me think. I had a couple comments. Let me look over the document again on my own phone. I can look it over. I guess it would depend on the situation, but do you think it's pushing too hard? Because you said sometimes you shouldn't push too hard on the price.
Yeah,
Like-
I remember that's what we said. But we go back to calculate the price. If by 10 units giving you a price of $99, right? If you buy 10, only 10 units.
Yeah.
Then if you buy 1,000 units, he's giving you right away a discount,
Mm-hmm.
right? And after you talk about buying this much every quarter, you are making a long-term agreement and giving him more business the whole year, maybe for even 5 years, or for a long term. He's giving you a price even of 28%, you know. So how much profit you think a supplier is making if he's only selling at least 10 pieces, right? And giving you a price of $99 per piece. And he's making 25% at least profit. So how much money he's making?
At
Maybe
$99, he's making 25% profit, so he's making about $25.
Exactly. 24.75, right? Dollars.
Yeah.
Per piece, right?
Yes.
So in one order, he's making 247 in one order.
Yeah.
Now if he's giving you a price, but you buy 1,000 pieces, right?
Yep.
And he will lower the price.
At $78, so he's making about $3 per unit, 1,000 times 3. So then he'll make $3,000, right?
Per order, right?
Yeah.
But he's giving you a price lower.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, he's
giving you a price at least well, at least 16%, but he should be making let's say he's making 10%. Finally, he's making the cuts and doing his numbers and everything, set up production, so he doesn't change or have to move or push back any order or any other productions he has already going in his plant, right? He will still be working as if he didn't have your order, you know, working as before, but with you as a new client, right? And he will make 10%, not the 25 that was in the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
So he will only be making 10%, but 10% of how much?
10% of
$76.
Okay, so 10% of $76. So then he's making like $7, $8 per unit.
Yes, and he's selling 1,000 each time, right?
Okay, so then yeah, he'll be making like 8,000 from that one order.
Exactly. So it is possible. You are pushing, but he's still winning, and you don't know the market over there in Canada. What about if there is other suppliers that also have that, and you will have to compete with prices, and or used to start, you have to give your new clients better prices for them to start doing business with you, or giving some benefits, on
Yeah, I
regarding
was just
price.
concerned. I was just concerned because he said, okay, we might need to make some adjustments. So I thought that was like he's saying like we're gonna make adjustments on like the raw materials.
The adjustments that he was referring to, I think it was more like in production, no?
Maybe I thought maybe like he was saying it like kind of like a kind of like subtle way to say like okay, we can do it, but we're gonna have to make adjustments in the raw materials. But yeah, that one. Okay, so right here, yeah, we were given the convention future orders. We were expecting a rate close to 70 per unit. That will require some adjustments. Oh, but particularly in terms of payment terms. Okay. Yeah, it was above. It was higher. It was like part two, I think, the end of part two.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, we are interested in establishing a long-term partnership. We commit to ordering 1,000 units per quarter, right?
No, it was when Mr. Lee says it in the end of part two. In the end of part because now we're on part four. In the end of part two.
Oh, the end
Yeah,
of part two. Here requires
yeah.
some adjustment, particularly in payment terms for
Okay.
production and scheduling, right? Payment terms, of course, he wants to secure the money, wants to make sure that he has the money for sure coming. You know what I'm saying? And the money will help him to pull it through, right?
Yeah, I get
And
it.
and
Yeah.
the production scheduling will be as I told you, because he has already um some buyers. He has some clients already buying from him, right? And if he will adjust the production and everything, even the delivery times, I don't know, used to make it fit, or to make it in a way that he will not no hassle, no, I will not have too much problems to produce your order. It will be an extra,
Yes.
or an extra production or something like that, that he will not have to like specifically assigned capital or equipment for this order, and stop and push back, or move other production that he has already, established.
Okay. Okay, I understand now. Another thing I was thinking of, like usually I remember you told me usually it's 70-30 payment structure, but
Yes,
here it's
yes,
40-60.
yes. This is well, actually, you see, he even mentioned it here. Typically is the way he do it.
Oh yeah.
Typically, we require 30% upfront and full payment before delivery, and this is after. The thing is that like you said, he went too low, I think, or actually 76,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's too how could I say, actually, some people would probably do this in the real situation. uh he's only lowering the price about 27%, right?
Yes.
So it's not too much, because that is the actually the first time. Normally, when you start talking with a supplier, they give you a price, and there is a window. It's like they are like, I don't know, we have talked about this before in another video. Sometimes some Chinese suppliers, not all of them, but some of them are like expecting you, to bargain the price, to try to lower it. They know this will happen, so that is why they give you a price with a little window for a discount. I don't know, maybe some of them 10, 15, even 20%, that they can play with, you know. If they pull it through and you don't push for a lower price, then $99 will be okay. If that is a good price for you also, you know, for some people it's okay, it's good. The price is good because the price they are getting is already a price that is involving two companies, you know, one importing company and the other one is the retail, or not the retail, but the distributor in Canada, you know, that will is making or increasing the price up to, I don't know, 25% each. So the price at 99 maybe is already not bad, but you know, but lowering the price, this 28% is not something that cannot be possible, you know, in a real
Mhm.
situation.
Okay,
25%, you
that's
can
real. That's
still,
that's kind of realistic.
yes. It all depends the way you talk and the way you negotiate, but yes, it is very realistic.
Okay, okay. So, all
I
right.
wanted to, yes. Another thing that I wanted to tell you is that, for instance, this LC, you know, in a case that Mr. Lee said like, but I don't want to take an LC or to guarantee the payment because it will cost me money and it will cost you money, and we don't want this. We don't want to use it. Then you could offer the information that I told you, the scroll. You know, it's another choice that you can offer. Well, this is not that expensive. As easier to get here in US and or in Canada, and maybe scroll will work, you know.
And have you heard of like have you ever heard of like a lot of American buyers working with Chinese suppliers and using Scroll to secure payment?
Yes, I heard but in I don't know, in like chicken feed or pork meat or food like uh, Chinese is buying from USA, you know, or used to be buying from USA, or once upon a time I heard that from a Chinese buyer, you know, or looking for these items in the US. And the US supplier said, yes, I can sell it to you. Um, like, but we are talking about 100 containers or like that big orders. And the supplier in USA said, but I need you to do this through Scroll, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's safe for me and as a mechanism that I know. Uh, and I don't want to use the LC because it's more expensive. That is something like that I heard before, you know, when but it was on the American side requesting it, you know, because in this case was the chicken feet or the pork meat from the US into China, you know.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because yeah, we talked about it before. The LC, like it will have charges on both sides, and sometimes you actually have to adjust the price to reflect that there's going to be some LC charges. So no one wants that.
Yes, so that is I heard that, but it was like that. Not the Chinese scroll. Maybe it is people. I think business men and women here in China know this, but it's not like something very popular here in China for like the Chinese suppliers, you know.
Maybe in the future it will become more popular, right?
I don't know, maybe I'm not sure about that, but maybe. And then anything else?
Um, Let me look one more time over the document. When we were talking, I didn't really notice anything that uh like concerning. Uh, I guess no, I guess it was pretty fair. Like asking for the reduced price, like the supplier said he could give the like significantly reduced price, but only after the second order. That's normal. You think that's normal, right?
Yeah, yeah. The price is still into the things that could happen in a real situation. Yeah, from 99 to 76 is something that could be that or can be that. Well, you can actually do it. You know the suppliers of these electronic charging or battery charging units. You can give it a try. Request a quotation, and when they give you the price, then you tell them to lower it as much as 20, 20, 25, 27%. First, they have to confirm the price that you will see online. Actually, I haven't confirmed this. I just saw the price online and I just took it from there. But if you confirm the price first, you need to contact the supplier that you are interested, right? And ask them to please give you the best quotation for the item. And in this case, the electronic, the battery charger unit, right? Battery charging unit, and then request the confirm the price. After they reply to you with a price that they confirm, well, they say, well, the price that I can give you for 10 units will be maybe not 99, maybe they will say 150 or something, then you can say, no, well, I need a price better than that,
Yeah. And this is, I guess, like kind of like it's like as though we're talking on a phone call. So like if I reach out to one of these companies, it will probably be by email the first time, right?
Yeah, or even if you can go to the website in Alibaba, and there's like contact the supplier. You can just click to contact the supplier. You will send a request or a quotation request, and they will reply to you. When you input your information, your email and everything, and write down what you want, and that you are asking for the best possible price they can offer to you, then they will reply with a price, and then after that is when you will start this negotiation. Maybe without even talking, you could probably get this get them to reduce the price to some, at least it's 25 or 27%. Depends on the price they actually offer you.
And what do you think is like a realistic, reasonable like response time after I send out that request? Like 1 day, 1 week? Like how long do you think?
In Alibaba, many companies will reply right away, maybe 1 day.
Wow. And they'll have
Yeah,
English
because they have
speaking
people
staff.
used doing that. Sorry.
Sorry, and they'll have English speaking staff.
Of course, yes. Actually, it's gonna be that you will not talk to the big boss. You will talk to a salesperson.
Right. I'll only talk to the big boss if you're making like the $1 million orders or something like that.
Yeah. Or if you go to visit, like, depends, how big is the factory and everything. And the factory is big, and you go with a good proposal or a good order working plan to their company. Have a meeting there, sit down and negotiate prices. Maybe the salesperson that was taking care of your order when you contacted them in Alibaba will be sitting there, but they will also invite somebody in a higher position there to be in the meeting.
Right. Okay.
Yes, it's like that. And then this is it. This is my idea, or this was my idea of this role play situation. Although I think like maybe I went too I pushed too much. Maybe what I'm used to it. I pushed too much. I think I went down as Mr. Lee. I pushed Mr. Lee down a lot. Like agreeing on these 20, 20, 50, 10. I think it's a little bit complicated to get. It will not be that easy to get this kind of payment terms. It's gonna be a little complicated to get it like that. It could be like, because see, the money here is secure with this LC. Before I bought a lot of wine from Spain, and I opened an LC, and the supplier in Spain told me like, no, the same day you sent to me the LC, I went to the bank and they just give me the money. So many companies, if they have like good relationship with the banks and everything, they will use like the LC as a collateral, or keep it there, and they release some money to them, or most of the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
And they, of course, because it's got to be a good relationship with the bank, because the bank should know that there's no problem, with the goods, and the goods will be sent on time, and and they know it's a good company. But yeah, sometimes it is like that. I mean, maybe the banks will have another agreement. The LC will stay there, will not be released officially, but the bank will give the money, to the supplier.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is it, David. It was quick, right?
Yeah, it was not that long, and it was good. It was like basically talking about everything we talked about in the negotiations lesson. Like it was talking about the buying in bulk, agreeing to like a long-term agreement, discussing the payment terms and stuff. So it was like bringing together a lot of the different stuff from this past unit and like putting it into a real kind of conversation. So it's good. I can look at this in the future and like know what things I need to talk about to make it seem like I'm very like experienced, and they won't know that I really have like a guide in front of me.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And it might work, you know. But it's like I said, at least what I did is that at least I went to Alibaba to check on the prices and everything. Uh, and actually, the price that I got, it was 99, was the lowest price. It was
Yeah.
There are two prices there, minimum order 10 pieces, lowest price 99. The highest price was 250.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's the one to like the screens and everything, right?
Yeah. So I like I said, this is not real, but it's something anybody can use.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
yeah, it was very helpful. Yeah, it was good. It was interesting. And a little bit
Okay,
shorter
David.
today.
All right. Thank you very much then, and I'll let you have or continue having your good evening. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. I'll see you in on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll see you on Saturday, man. Bye bye.
Bye bye.